Ja, dann bleiben eh nur die 3 lustigen oder der Takoyaki-Typ. Jetzt bleibt überhaupt nur mehr der Takoyaki-Typ. Oha. The old tea shop next door, isn't that the place closed down? Closed? That can be right. What else do you know about it? Pure conjecture on this one, but I think it might be owned by the kendo instructor from the dojo down the street on account of him being the only one I ever see in there. You might not believe me, but I swear I saw him in there chatting away to himself. Possibly he's a little nuts. Aha. Then again, it might be some super awesome kendo meditation technique. Oh man, why didn't I think of that before? Next time I ought to ask him for some pointers instead of spying on him, huh? Word through the grapevine is that he's a regional champion or something and he trains some of the best. Lots of cops train with him too, so he must be good. Maybe he's not so crazy after all. Okay, heißt das dann, der Typ da drinnen, mit dem wir gerade geredet haben, ist eigentlich tot? Das fände ich nämlich gar nicht so entspannend. Speaking of which, I have a bit of a crazy question for you. I know you said it was closed, but do you know anything about a book taken from there? Maybe recently? I was led to believe you would. Oh geez, go on. Like I said, the place has been empty for years, but you know, I spend a lot of time outside it, and half the time the door is wide open. So one day, a few months back, I decided to take a look around. Nothing suspicious or nothing, I was just curious is all. Curiosity killed the cat, right? Anyway, it was all dusty and old, and there was all sorts of weird stuff laying around, so I might have taken a little souvenir. I mean, it wasn't super old or nothing, so I figured no one would miss it. Besides, it wasn't for me. It was for my kid brother. That guy can get deep in the dumps sometimes, so I try to be on standby for when it happens, you know? So I figured a little gift would cheer him up. And back then he was going through some particularly tough times. His bitch wife, pardon my language miss, had left him and taken their kid daughter with her. He still doesn't talk about it, like he's in denial or something. Whoops! Got off track again. I was heading to visit with him the I'll Gotten book when I get this phone call saying he was in a hospital. He OD'd on an expensive sake and sleeping pills. Okay. Thank God the idiot decided to do it at the bar he owns with the door unlocked. A customer came in and called an ambulance. If it weren't for that, I'm not sure if it would still be here. That's quite a story. Sounds to me like he wanted to be found. Yeah, I think so too. I think he was trying to ask for help in his own way. In any case, I took the book to him while he was in the hospital, tried to show him that even when he was at his lowest, there was someone out there trying to do something nice for him, you know? I think it helped for a minute, anyhow. As soon as the doctors let him leave, he went right back to the toxic little bar. I hope he's okay. He got issues, but he's my little brother and I worry about him. Wir wissen welche Bar. Wir wissen welche Bar. Oha. Wenn ich raten müsste, würde ich sagen in Akihabara, ne? Warte, nicht Akihabara. Wie heißt das erste Kaff, wo wir hin waren? Dort, wo diese Butterfly Bar war? Ich finde den Bruder sehr unsympathisch. Den Bruder hier? Oder den Bruder von ihm? He's not been answering my phone calls lately. Originally, my brother's bitch ex-wife, sorry again, had the brilliant idea to put his skill to work in a cheap part of town. Despite that, he's holding on to it with everything he's got. 19 von Mai, den findest du sehr unsympathisch, wirklich? The place is slowly bankrupting him, but he won't let it go. Ich meine, vielleicht sehe ich ja noch was. Aber bis jetzt, sage ich jetzt mal neutral eingestellt. All he has to do is sign some paper and move on, but he can't. Something about it has its claws sank deep into him. I've been trying to get him to join me in my business for years. He's a great chef and he would make a killing. Maybe it's not the same as owning a whole bar, but serving passers-by and getting some sunshine is good for the soul. Plus, food stands are doing really well abroad, I hear. Much better than wasting away in Shinjuku at any rate. Shinjuku? Yeah, in a slimy little side street. Anyway, if that fat If that book... Wieso komme ich auf fett? Keine Ahnung, der kam mir so gemein vor. Ja, vielleicht habe ich ihn... Ja, keine Ahnung. Ich weiß nicht, habe ich nicht so empfunden. Er war abweisend, ja, aber gemein an sich jetzt eigentlich nicht so. Anyway, if that book is important to you, he probably still got it at his plate. Entschuldigung. You want the dress? Wait, I knew you looked familiar. Your brother's Daiso, right? You know him? Small world. Was probably the smile on my face that threw you off. Tell him his brother Haruto says hi. While you're at it, tell him that takoyaki stands are still the future of cuisine and that to get his butt over here. Haha. I'll do that. Thanks for all your help. Okay. Finden wir jetzt aber schon komisch, also dass der Typ da... dass der Teeladen leer ist und der Typ aber dort ist, aber sonst keiner den Typen sieht, außer uns und der Bruder von der Mai, der keine Ahnung wie er geheißen hat. Schon sehr, sehr strange. Na schau mal, drehen wir mal wieder mit dem Daiso. Hi Ayami, how can I help you today? Hey Daiso, how are things? Oh, you know, same old, same old. Funny thing, I met your brother while I was in Asakusa today. Haruto? You met Haruto? What are the chances? Who knows, it was pretty random. Would have thought. So, is he still selling takoyaki at his stand? Did he say anything? He is. He said to remind you that takoyaki stands are the future of cuisine and that you should go and help him. Haha, yeah, you talked to Haruto, alright. Always the optimist, that guy. I actually have a favor to ask you. Do you still have the book your brother gave you a few months ago? The only thing the guy gives me is headaches. Not sure if I can help you, Ayami. He said he gave it to you when you were in hospital. Oh, what makes you think I was in a hospital? I don't even go to the hospital for checkups, haha. Besides, the adults bringing me stuff all the time, always trying to drag me kicking and screaming over to where the grass is greener. This would have been more recently, after a rough patch. Maybe it was stupid to come and ask. Oh, no, it's fine. That idiot, always running his mouth, friggin' traitor, huh? Those were just some hard times, nothing serious, huh? I just drank too much is all. I am sorry, detective, but I don't want to talk about it. Alright, understood. I'm not here to dig up bad memories. Thanks, you said you were looking for a book, right? Truth is, I don't remember a book. I do remember Haruto giving me an old magazine for back in the hospital. It was one of the ones I used to read when I was younger, when things weren't quite complicated. Wait there a second, I may have it in the storeroom still. Dang it, sorry Ayami, hold on a sec. Amazing how much junk someone accumulates over the years. Maybe I should throw some of this old stuff out, huh? Here it is! It's yours, Detective. Gucken wir mal. Wir kennen ganze 2 Gesichter. Aber das hilft uns, glaube ich, nicht so viel. Huh? Hey, no wonder I recognize the photo you brought by. It's the same girl, an idol named Ruby. Reina. No, Ruby, see? It says so right there on the cover. Pretty crazy that it was still in my shop. Guess it means you're still looking for her. I wonder why we keep running into each other. Bad luck, I guess. I don't buy it. You're a hell of a detective. You must have a pretty sharp nose. Ha, if you say so, Daiso. Do you mind if I take this? Like I said, it's yours. About time I started getting rid of some of my old junk. Thank you. See you around, Ayami. Take care, Daiso. Ja, aber was nun? Was nun? Jetzt müssten wir mit diesem Magazin in den Teeladen, glaube ich, zurück. Mal schauen. ein und gucken mal. Ja. Oh, welcome back, detective. Is that my book I see in your hands? Guess I'm a little surprised. Are you trying to tell me Reina is the masked bearer you talked about? That's hard to believe. Does it surprise you? After all, it is she who you see in the dark, is it not? The dark, that's what the collector call it too. How'd Reina get tied up in all this? I only know that somehow the girl's path and the mask collided as if by chance. What circumstances led to this intersection are a mystery, I'm afraid. People always see history as something in the distant past, involving old men and black and white pictures, but the book and the girl are as much a part of history as the rest. The threads of that connect the past to the present, and people to each other are not always apparent, but peel back the layers of connection, and the randomness of our universe neatly orders itself. A teen idol, an ancient order, the tool they created, and a detective who holds it now, all forming a neat and tidy line. Reina was some sort of idol living in Tokyo, no part of a sleeper cell of some cult. It doesn't add up. Oh, on that, detective, we can agree. So why don't we start at the beginning? Okay. To how the mask ceased to be a mere object. The story starts in an ancient times in the year 1333. At that time, Kamakura was the capital of Japan. Led by the Hojo clan, it was a time of peace, prosperity, and enlightenment. Peace among men is cyclical. Was? Cyclical? Ich kenne das Wort nicht, Entschuldigung. And like so many before them and so many after, their time of peace came to an end. The Nita clan, loyal to Emperor Go-Daigo, lead a siege against the Hojo-controlled Kamakura, taking the city as the tide receded, leaving a key passage open to the invaders. The Hojo clan fled to the caves of the family temple. For them, there was no hope of a victory or escape. They chose to retain their honor. Instead of surrendering, the 870 Hojo samurai, including the last 3 regents, committed mass suicide. Fuck. The historian, ich wollte den Namen jetzt gerade vorlesen, so dumm. However, the Hojo and Nita clans, embroiled in their quests for empire, could not see the role they played in the plans of another group, the religious sect known as the Kamenkai. It is said that in the flames of Kamakura, a girl was seen wandering the streets, observing the carnage of the burning city. A girl lost to its histories by the name of Chikako Shichiyo, the last survivor of the Kamenkai. Okay, so whatever the Kamenkai were trying to do, they failed. I mean, they all died, right? No, they did not fail. Everything went exactly as planned. Oh, guck, jetzt hat die Kleine eine Maske auf. Chikako Shichiyo did not survive by chance. She was chosen. Chosen for what? To receive the blessing of all the spiritual energy that so much death afforded, to become the first mask bearer. Mask bearer? The Kamenkai used the deaths of all those people to create this? Why? Legend has it that Kamenkai sought to contain the door, a rift leading to the spiritual realm, where a consciousness ceases to be and time holds no meaning, a place where cause and effect could be changed. Why spend so much human life and give up so much to do that? To stop it from being abused. Imagine being able to see the world as good, so that the flow of time and the rules which govern our world are of no consequence. This is the power of the door. To mortal mind obsessed with the finality of death and meaningless accomplishment, such power would corrupt absolutely, a power over death. So a dark place was created to obscure the door and hide it from the mortal eyes, along with the tool to control and see within the darkness. It's true, all of it. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it's true. Finding the door could be the key, bringing Tanaka back. To bring it. Ich sag, dieses Door ist, also diese Tür ist bei dieser Familie da, dieser Kamakura-Familie. Some doors, no matter how strong the color cold doors are not meant to be opened, and the Kamikai willingly gave their lives to keep it away. Weil die Oma hat auch so komisch gesprochen. The mask opens the mind to all who come in contact with it, but it is intended for its bearer. Using it to find the door may destroy you. Maybe you're right, but I could at least use it to find my way in the dark. Just like the collector said, the only thing I don't get is how Reina is connected to it. That is a mystery. As Mr. Kawana told you, the last known location of the mask was the Kamenkai cult only a few decades ago. Und hat ja lange gebraucht, bis es mir auffällt, ne? Aber der Typ krisselt da genauso. Also der ist auch ein Geist. Der ist auch einfach nicht echt. Also schon echt, aber nicht mehr live. Much was supposed about the Kamenkai under Tokimasa. Their existence, and then on March the 4th, 1996, they met their end. There were many theories that the police killed them during their raid of the compound, or that someone within the cult had snapped and murdered the others. Ich glaube ja, dass die sich auch umgebracht haben, damit diese Reina die nächste Maskenwahrerin wird. Und die Großmutter ihr halt einfach dazwischen gegrätscht ist oder reingegrätscht ist und die Maske mitgenommen hat und deswegen hat sie auch diese Mai bedroht, um die Maske zu bekommen. Das sage ich euch jetzt, das ist meine Theorie, dass das so ist. Nothing but conjecture, I'm afraid. The real answer lies somewhere deep within police records, and though I remain curious, it is not something I have access to. Perhaps the best place to start is there. Finding out about the last days of the Kamenkai may help light your path to the truth, though I wonder if such an object bred from suffering can truly put an end to it. Boah, ich weiß gar nicht mehr ganz genau, wie das war, aber selbst wenn, spoilere ich dich nicht. Ja, bitte darum. Bitte darum, bitte nicht spoilern. Is it you who can finally break this terrible cycle? Oh, I've spent a long time here. I'm tired. So tired. I'm tired. So tired. Farewell, Detective. Okay, der Typ geht wieder. Unser Geist verschwindet. Aber eigentlich total süß, so ein Teehaus, ne? Gibt's auch nur in Japan. Bei uns gibt's Kaffeehäuser. Bin ich schon wieder so unscharf? Ich bin schon wieder unscharf. Hallo? Stellen Sie scharf? Er stellt scharf. Kinder. Sitting there comfortably, the historian Yasuhisa casually laid out everything that I've experiencing like he was reading it out of a book. A mass suicide, ancient groups, and a door to the spiritual realm. It sounds like a myth, an interesting story told to travelers by a bygone era. It's hard to believe it relates to Kazuki and Reina. I can see it. The bridge between the Kamakura samurai and the young girl. He said Reina fit into the story. She's a mask bearer, but how? Yasuhisa, the collector. I thought when I'd met them, I'd entered the world and could start to understand, however faintly. But my intuition as a detective tells me that they're hiding something from me still. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I need to keep going. What day is it anyway? How long have I been chasing these? Ich hab's vergessen, oh Gott. Day turns to night, the hours bleed into each other. Even the seasons don't seem to follow the natural order anymore. Everything's blurring together. Oh, my head. Maybe I should take my medication. Impossible as it seems, following the old man's hunch is my best bet to finally understanding the mask. Even Takashi didn't know what happened to the Kamenkai. Finding the police report is the way forward. A few weeks ago it would have been easy for me to ask around and pull a file. Oha, was ist da los? Dankeschön. Oh, Dankeschön. Danke fürs Verteilen. Oh, ist so rum. So, okay, wow. Sanilinchen, Tenno Nero, Too Much User und Panda a lot sind jetzt Teil der Horde. Herde, dankeschön. Danke, Debbie. Mua. Küsschen für dich. Vielen, vielen Dank für die Unterstützung. Und danke für die Emotes. So. Bollix wird Teil der fabulösen Horde. Ah, der hat auch noch ein... Boah, danke. Das ist aber lieb von dir. Ich hoffe, sie profitieren davon und ich hoffe, sie gucken dann auch. Wow, Dankeschön. It will be more difficult now, I imagine. What's the worst that can happen? I should head to police headquarters and see what I can find.